I am genuinely excited for the next Pokémon movie. Now, that's not really something I'd expect to hear myself say, so I think it'd be fun to dive into the reasons why I think Pokémon the Movie 20 has the potential to be great. For those of you who don't know, Pokémon the Movie 20, I Choose You, releases in Japan on the 15th. The film takes place in the Kanto region, with Ash obtaining Pikachu as a way to commemorate Pokemon's 20th anniversary. However, if you watch the trailer, you'll realize that Brock and Misty, the two main side characters of the show, are completely absent, instead being replaced by two new characters. And that's not the only thing that's changed. It seems as though a bunch of the newer Pokemon from the newer regions are going to be present in the movie despite it taking place in Kanto and at the beginning of Ash's adventure. This leads me to the first reason I'm excited. The film looks inspired. I mean, let's be honest, if they wanted to go with just a safe and profitable film, they could easily just have Ash starting his adventure with Brock and Misty the conventional way, and just animate it decently well and release it for the kids. But all these liberties being taken and changes being made indicates that there's some inspiration behind how they're going to tell this story. All this, combined with the fact that it's a 20th anniversary project, leads me to believe that they might actually be trying to make something good with this film. Another more shallow reason I'm excited for this film is that the animation in the trailer looks pretty great. The art style's pretty cool, and every clip shown in the trailers is pretty fluid with its movement. As an animation fan who has a deep and long-standing connection to the Pokémon series, I'm very excited to see this. And lastly, Pokémon animation has been pretty great as of late. I mean, as someone who doesn't watch cable, I haven't exactly watched the entirety of Pokémon Sun and Moon, but what little I have watched looks fantastic. The art and animation style was completely changed up, and I loved it enough to give it a few episodes of a watch. What does this have to do with the upcoming movie? Well, to me it indicates that Nintendo is willing to branch out a little bit with the media they're creating. I mean, if Nintendo was willing to completely change up the animation and art style of their long-running TV show, why wouldn't they be willing to change up the story structure of a movie? Basically, I see a lot of room for potential here. Oh, and there's one last thing worth mentioning. I unfortunately ran into a headline claiming to have a spoiler for the movie. I'm not going to give the spoiler away, I hate it when stories are spoiled, but let's just say that if it turns out to be true, this movie really will be something different. If you want to avoid the spoiler, be careful when looking in the news section of Google when you've looked up Pokémon the Movie 20. But I mean, that's kind of hard to do when you're searching for news of an English release, which Nintendo still hasn't announced yet, and long story short, Nintendo, this better get a US release sooner rather than later. So I posed this question to the three people who will probably end up watching this. Do you think that this movie is going to be inspired and unique, or just more of what we've seen before? Leave a comment below with your thoughts, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video.